Today we have bird magic. We're going to learn a song about 3 crows sitting on a wall. And there's a toucan in Hey Al. Bird magic? Can you help me to put the parrot in the cage? We're going to spin. Ready? Do you see the parrot in the cage? And 3 crows sitting on a wall. Watch me roll. 3 crows. This optical illusion is called a thaumatrope. And we're going to read a story, sing a song, and find 3 crows and a toucan. Welcome to art class. All with a song. Our toucans with a book, Hey Al, and the crows with a song. Can you say 3 crows sitting on a wall? 3 crows sitting on a wall. Sitting on a wall on a cold and frosty morning. Crows. The first crow couldn't find his ma, and the second crow couldn't find his pa. Let's try to sing. This song is from Scotland. This is a traditional children's song from Scotland. 3 crows sitting on a wall, sitting on a wall, sitting on a wall. 3 crows sitting on a wall on a cold and frosty morning. The first crow couldn't find his mom, couldn't find his mom, couldn't find his mom. The first crow couldn't find his mom on a cold and frosty morning. The second crow couldn't find his paw, couldn't find his paw, couldn't find his paw. The second crow couldn't find his paw on a cold and frosty morning. 3 crows sitting on a wall, sitting on a wall, sitting on a wall. 3 crows sitting on a wall on a cold and frosty morning. Hey Al by Arthur Yorinks. Al, a nice man, a quiet man, a janitor, lived in one room on the west side with his faithful dog Eddie. They ate together, they worked together, they watched TV together. What could be bad? Plenty. Look at this dump, Eddie growled. We can't have a house, a little backyard to run around in for a change. Oh, sure, Al snapped. Today it's a house you want. Tomorrow, who knows? Maybe the moon. The moon? The moon, Eddie howled. Pigeons live better than us. No, life wasn't easy for Al and Eddie. They were always working, always struggling. It was always something. One morning, while Al was shaving, a voice called to him. Hey, Al, it said. Al turned and saw a bird, a large bird. Al, said the bird, are you working too hard? Still struggling and going nowhere? Listen, have I got a place for you? No worries, no cares. It's terrific. Huh? Al said. He was confused. Al, you need a change. Tomorrow, come and be my guest. Eddie, too. You'll see. You'll love it. Then, with a few flaps, the bird was gone. You can imagine that evening's conversation. Eddie was already packing. What? Just quit my job, Al said. There's more to life than mops and pails, Eddie insisted. But that's it. We're going. I don't want to hear another word. At dawn, They were both in the bathroom, waiting. The large bird appeared, and Al and Eddie were ferried thousands of feet upwards to an island in the sky. Unbelievable! Lush trees, rolling hills, gorgeous grass. Birds flitted to and fro. Waterfalls cascaded into shimmering pools. "Would you look at this view?" Eddie said. "Wow," said Al. Birds sang and brought them food. They ate, they drank, they swam, they sunbathed. They never had it so good. "So, Al, is this so terrible?" the large bird asked. "What a life," Al cooed. "A guy could live like this forever." The days passed blissfully. As memories of their old life slowly faded, Al and Eddie decided this was ecstasy. But ripe fruit soon spoils. One morning, Al woke up and shrieked, "Eddie, look at us! We're turning into birds!" Indeed, their eyes were a little beady, their noses a little beak-like. "We've got to get out of here," he croaked. Wings sprouted and tail feathers plumed. Take us back," Eddie quacked. "I don't want to be a bird. I'd rather mop floors." He honked as they both flapped furiously and rose into the air. "Eddie, be careful, follow me," Al squawked. But Eddie, in a frenzy, was flying in circles higher and higher. Exhausted, straining to stay aloft, he plunged into the open sea and was gone. Al barely made it home in one piece. Alone without his friends, he was heartbroken. But fortunately, Eddie was a talented swimmer, and in no time he found his way back to the west side. "Eddie!" Al cried. "Oh, Al." Paradise lost is sometimes heaven found. The end. For our bird optical illusions, called thaumatropes, we will need very simple things. We'll need some paper and a top. This comes from pencils, colored pencils, and some straws. If you don't have a straw, you can even use a pencil or a wooden stick. First, we're going to need 2 circles for each thaumatrope. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 circles. On one side of our thaumatrope, we're going to have a wall. And the wall can have some rocks in it. I'll make some stones in our wall. Just like in Scotland, the beautiful green meadows and sheep and nice rock walls that have been there for centuries. Wall, because we're not going to see the wall on this side. How many crows are in our crow song? 3 crows. Here's a crow on the top of the wall. Let's make a little bird with a beak. There we go. And we're going to color this in black. There's one. And here's one that's going to go down a little bit. 1, 2. And this crow is going to have a tail going down over this way. Here's its beak and its head. And its annoying crow body. There we go. And 1, 2. And this one's going to be even lower. 1, 2, and 3. And this crow is going to be looking down. Here's its beak. And the crow is going to go right here. And we'll use a black marker to color. Here are 3 crows. And here's our wall. How do we put the crows on the wall? We're going to cut out our circles. And cover our papers with a glue stick. There we go. A little bit of glue on each side. And it's always a good idea if you have a stapler to give a little extra staple inside. Okay, we want our wall to be going down and our crows to be going up on that wall. So let's see where the wall moves up. The crows will move up. There we are, like a lollipop. We're going to glue our thaumatrope together. We're going to make one more bird, a toucan, or a parrot. We can make it look like the birds in our book. So on one side, we're going to make our bird cage. There we go. We're going to go up to a little button on the top. Out. And in. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have our bird cage. And now we'll need our beautiful bird. We're going to make it right in the middle of the paper. So when we spin our thaumatrope, we can have our bird. So we're going to start by making the bird's body right here and her beautiful tail and big claws. There we are. A tummy and a nice big beak. Beautiful. A big eye. And let's paint our parrot beautiful colors. I'll start with yellow in the tail. And a little yellow on the wings. Green on the top of her head. An orange beak. Blue for the body. And how about some red? A beautiful bird. With her, there we are. So we'll do a bird right in the middle of our paper in our bird cage. Let's color the bird cage and cut it out and see what happens. Just like our crows. And we're going to glue the parrot into the cage. You can decide whether you want your parrot upside down in the cage or right side up in the cage. I'm going to put mine right side up in the cage. Glue stick and a staple for good measure. Here we are. And we'll make our second optical illusion, our second thaumatrope. Push it down. One last one, fish in a bowl. Have fun with your thaumatropes. Goodbye.